I cannot stress how important it is to have your own personal relationship with Jesus Christ, especially with the times we're in. My heart is just yearning for those that don't know Christ right now, or those that think they know Christ and think that they're doing everything right, yet they're not. Do you ever wonder why Jesus Christ cursed the fig tree? It was because at that time Jesus was hungry, and the fig tree made it look as though it was a season for fruit. Its leaves looked like they were sprouting, the tree looked healthy, but when Jesus went over, there was no fruit on the tree. And so he cursed it and said, "From this day on, you will not bear any fruit." This in itself was an interpretation of those that play church and make it look like they're your ideal Christian, meanwhile, they bear no fruit. My family and I went to church today, and I was just appalled at this copycat nature that is in the church. So many people know how to look like they know what they're doing, or they just copy the person next to them. And if they feel an unction of the Holy Spirit, now all of a sudden they're shouting and they're praising. And now it's just this competition of who can get louder. A lot of these churches are going based off emotion and feeling, and not the fire of God, not the Holy Spirit. It is so hard to find Holy Spirit led churches these days. It's either that or everybody just giving out milk. And don't get me wrong, as a babe in the faith, of course, you need to start out on milk. But so many of these preachers, these teachers, these pastors, these churches are preaching the same message every Sunday, this feel-good message that's making all their people think that they're okay, that their relationship with Christ is good. And this is why it's so scary. The Lord is so good that he warns us that a great falling away must happen before the day of the Lord comes. And unfortunately, this falling away is happening in a lot of churches, in the prophets, in the pastors. And so this is why this is just a reminder to get to know the Lord for yourself. I know a lot of my messages reiterate that, but in reality, that's literally all I'm here to do. My friend always uses that saying where it's like, if somebody's hungry, you're not going to just keep getting them fish, you're going to teach them how to fish. This is what these churches are supposed to be doing. These are what these leaders are supposed to be doing. People are supposed to be growing in their walk, not being stagnant. Today, as I was trying to listen to the word, right, there was this like toddler behind me, and she kept complaining to her mom that she wanted to go home, and she just kept making all this noise. And her mom was getting so frustrated. She kept trying to find things to just accommodate to her, but she was so dead set on what she wanted that she refused to quiet down. And it's crazy because I got more from what was going on behind me from the Lord than the word preached at church. And the Lord began to speak to me, and he said, so many of my people have been at this terrible 2 stage for so long in their walk because they're so dead set on what they want that they're trying to implement it in what I have planned for them. They throw tantrums and they cry when the real truth is being spoken to them, but you'll hear no complaints for them on Sundays when the message is just watered down baby Christianity. And so if you're one of those Christians that's been in this stage in your walk where you've just felt so stagnant, I urge you to just keep seeking him. I urge you to not just be satisfied with the Sunday service. Please, please, please get to know the Lord for yourself so that you can have discernment in these last days.